So Bradford City have today confirmed their third summer signing of the 2023 summer transfer window. Kevin McDonald joins on a free transfer after turning down a new contract with League One outfit Exeter City. And in today's video, I will be bringing you guys my thoughts and opinions on this news. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this signing. Exeter fans, Fulham fans and any other fans of his previous clubs, please get down in the comment section down below and let us know a little bit about Kevin McDonald. Now this news was actually not officially broken, but it came out a lot over social media on Friday when obviously Ash Taylor signed. There was an account that came out on Twitter announcing Ash Taylor 2 hours before that it was officially announced, and then later on in the evening they also tweeted saying that Kevin McDonald had turned down a new contract with Exeter to sign for Bradford City, and it has today at 4 o'clock officially been confirmed. Make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you're new as well, and let's get into it. So Exeter City tweeted on Saturday the 17th of June at 12:06 in the afternoon saying, "We can confirm that Kevin McDonald has turned down the offer of a new contract at City. Kev signed a short-term deal in January and will go on to make 11 appearances in red and white, scoring 3 goals. All Exeter City wish Kev the best with his next move." And then today at 4 o'clock, Bradford City tweeted, "Welcome to experienced midfielder Kevin McDonald, who arrives as our third summer signing on a 2-year deal." The article does then read, "McDonald arrives at City. Bradford City AFC is delighted to announce the signing of experienced midfielder Kevin McDonald on a 2-year deal. The former Scotland international arrived at the University of Bradford Stadium until the summer of 2025, following the expiry of his short-term contract at Exeter City. After signing with the Grecians in January, McDonald scored 3 goals in 11 Sky Bet League One appearances in the second half of the 22-23 campaign. Beginning his career with Dundee, McDonald signed for Burnley in 2008, helping the Clarets gain promotion to the Premier League that season. A 2-year spell in League One with Sheffield United before a move to Wolverhampton Wanderers, where he was part of a side which set a new League One points record of 103 in 2013/14. He then made 128 appearances across the Premier League and Championship with Fulham before spells at Dundee United and Exeter City. McDonald said, 'It is great to get the deal over the line and be here. It has been a long time coming. There has been a lot of work behind the scenes to get it finally sorted is exciting. I was here on trial for 3 days in January and enjoyed my time here. What I noticed was a good group of lads with a lot of quality and togetherness, and I like that in a dressing room. As a footballer, you want to play in the biggest stadiums and under pressure. I pride myself on being capable in pressurised environments. I do not want to come here and see out a career. I want to be here to get promoted, and I'm looking forward to getting started." City manager Mark Hughes said, "We are pleased to be welcoming Kev to the club as a player we already know a lot about. After spending a short period with us on trial back in January, he impressed us a lot before eventually joining Exeter City, so to have him with us now is great. He is a combative midfielder with bags of experience in the Premier League and Championship, as well as on the international scene with Scotland. He will add even more drive and leadership to our midfield, with his goal-scoring numbers at Exeter last season also impressive. We are looking forward to having him back with the squad in pre-season and seeing more from him, as he gets to know his teammates more." Kevin McDonald will be sponsored by Shipley Transport Services for the 23-24 season. Now, it's pretty clear to see that maybe if we signed him in January, Adam Clayton wouldn't have potentially joined the football club. Obviously, we signed him from Doncaster Rovers towards the end of the window, and I think it was a pretty steady signing at the time. But I think if Kevin McDonald would have come in, then Adam Clayton, I don't think, would have been someone that we even considered. That's why maybe Clayton was only given a 6-month contract. Again, not really too sure why we didn't agree in January. Something similar happened with Matt Derbyshire at the start of last season. There was rumours he was going to come in the summer. That never happened, and eventually he came in the January. So I'm not really too sure what seems to be slowing our recruitment down from that point of view, obviously, for a couple of the experienced lads. A 2-year deal, I think, is certainly interesting. Obviously, by the time his contract does come to expire, he'll be 36. Will he still be able to play League One football at 35, 36? I'm not really too sure. A lot of Exeter fans seem to, the general consensus that I got from them was he's a really good player, but he can only play 60 minutes a match and can't play 2 games a week. That is a big concern for me. Now, don't get me wrong, Adam Clayton was very similar, and if McDonald's better than Clayton, then clearly it is an improvement, but I don't think this was the type of midfielder that we necessarily needed. Smallwood, for me, unless he gets some sort of like hamstring strain or calf strain, you don't really ever see him get injured. You know, he played every game last season when he was fit. There weren't any games that he missed through injury or suspension either. They were just other family reasons, like I think he had a baby for one of the games as well, and they were more the reasons why he missed games rather than him actually being injured. So I think Smallwood clearly doesn't need that real competition, and we can't be playing a midfield again of Smallwood and then a slow midfielder like McDonald or Clayton, because we saw last season it doesn't work. You need a bit of energy in there, like an Osadibe or a Ryan East. Whether you're playing a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-diamond-2, you need more energy in the midfield than what we had. And I think if you're going to play Smallwood and McDonald, then that maybe hints at potentially a 3-5-2. Obviously you have your 3 centre-backs, your 2 wing-backs, 2 more conservative midfielders, and then you have 3 attackers, whether that be an attacking midfielder and 2 strikers, or 2 wingers and a striker, to just go out and be free, and they don't really have to do much defending because you've got enough defensive stability behind them. Now, last season for Exeter City, McDonald played 11 matches in total, starting 8 of them, averaged 57 minutes per game. He scored 3 goals, averaging a goal every 210 minutes, with a 43% goal conversion rate, which is absolutely incredible. That's got to be one of the best that's up there, but obviously he only didn't really take too many shots, and he has only scored 3 goals, so it's not the biggest sample size. But if he wants to maintain a 43% goal conversion rate for this entire time at Bradford City, I will not complain about that whatsoever. Last season then, he averaged 44.7 touches per 90, creating 1 big chance, averaging 0.5 key passes per game, with a 78% passing accuracy, 84% in his own half, 72% in the opposition half. I think he's pretty steady. 56% of his long balls were accurate, and 43% of his chip passes were accurate as well. Defensively, stats are pretty good as well for a central midfielder. 1.1 interceptions per game, 1.4 tackles per game, and 1 clearance per game as well. He averaged 3.3 total duels per 90, winning 62% of them, 1.9 on the ground, winning 54%, and then 1.4 in the air, winning 79%. As a midfielder, to win nearly 80% of your duels, I don't think he's the tallest, 188 centimetres. I don't think that's the tallest. That's really impressive, to be fair. His stats look good, but my only concern is because of his age, because of his fitness, if he's only able to play 60 minutes once a week, that's not the greatest thing that you want to see, is it? Like, you want your players to be... I'm not saying that he should be playing 90 minutes 3 times a week, but to be only... I mean, it might be that he can only play 60 minutes because he wasn't really up to speed. I know he's had injury problems and all that sort of stuff. But if we have a look at Exeter fans' overall thoughts then, if we have a look at that tweet again, which Exeter put out on Saturday, if we have a look at some of the replies from there, Exeter fan here says that's a shame, he was really important to that midfield. Someone else says here, you hate to see that. That's a shame, look very classy in the midfield, which is obviously certainly interesting. It looks like something's gone on behind the scenes at Exeter. A few of their players seem to be leaving. A Bradford fan asked the Exeter fans, what is he like? Someone here says, easily at League 1 level, can't play 90 minutes though, so you need a decent backup. Someone else here says, quality, a great old head in midfield to keep things ticking and calm. Someone else says, very composed on the ball, we will miss the experienced head. Someone else here says, class for 60 minutes maximum. And the final one we'll look at here is good player, can't play a full 90 minutes really anymore, but definitely offer quality still. So clearly he's going to come in and be a bit more of a utility player, someone who you need to maybe coming off the bench to see a game out, or potentially he'll start the game, come off after an hour for someone with a bit more eggs like Osadibe or East. But to give someone like that a 2-year deal, certainly my alarm bells are ringing about that. That's my only real concern about this sign. I think in terms of quality and technical ability, I think this is a brilliant signing. I think it's an improvement on Adam Clayton, but to give someone a 2-year deal who can only currently play 60 minutes maximum, what is he going to be like when we get towards the end of his contract? He's going to be able only to play 1/2 every week. Like, that's the only thing that really concerns me. Now, we've got brilliant physios and sports scientists, so I don't think we'll have any problems with hamstring injuries, because obviously he is 34, that is quite old, and I don't think we've brought him in because Johnny Williams turned us down, because they're different types of players. I think McDonald is more of a holding midfielder like a Smallwood, rather than a more advanced midfielder like a Ryan East or Emmanuel Sidibe. But like I say, overall, I think it's a good signing for us. My only concern is a 2-year deal for someone who can currently only play 60 minutes maximum. Maybe if he has a full pre-season under his belt, he might be able to get back up to full speed and be able to play 90 minutes week in, week out. And League 2 is a little bit less paced than League 1, but if you come up against a team like a Carlisle, someone like that who's got loads of energy in the midfield, I certainly think a midfield for us of Smallwood and McDonald could struggle a little bit. And to end today's video, here is how the current Bradford City squad is now lining up ahead of the 23-24 campaign. We're clearly stacked in a couple positions, to be fair. Obviously right back and right centre back, we don't need any more of them. Goalkeeper, we could could do with Heath Richardson signing on. Me personally, I think we need a left-sided centre-back and a left-back. I don't think we need any more holding midfielders now. I think Smallwood and McDonald are more than fine in there. I think we could do with another box-to-box midfielder. He looks very likely. Alex Gilead is not going to be signing on with the football club. Whatever you think about that, we do need to replace him in that role. We clearly need two first-team right wingers, as good as Bobby Poynton has been for Brighouse and the likes. I think he's not quite good enough yet to be starting week in, week out, obviously, so we need a couple of right wingers. Number 10, I don't really think we need anyone else to go in there. I think Walker and Adore are two decent players. Harry Chapman, he's obviously staying with the club, but Jake Young will more than likely move on, so we could do with another left winger. And then we definitely need at least one more striker, and if we've got room in the budget, I'd certainly take a second. But with Dylan Young coming through, Matt Derbyshire, who knows what's going to happen with him, and Oliver could potentially move on as well. We'll just have to wait and see in terms of the strikers. But everywhere else, I think we look pretty set now, apart from obviously the positions that I have mentioned. But overall, I think the squad is coming together very nicely. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment as well down in the comment section down below. Exeter fans, Fulham fans, and fans of other clubs that he has played for, let me know down below what sort of player are we getting with Kevin McDonald. And Bradford fans as well, let me know your thoughts on this signing down in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Peace.